Hello, everyone. This is Cola T. Harris, and you're live with Brunch with Cola. Yes, Brunch is in the car today because I'm on the move. If you were just tuning in a few moments ago, I was saying that I am spending time with my children, but I did want to finish up my session on loving. And so my last session was about the love language. The love of motherhood. So this one is about the love language of children. And I was saying, when you come into motherhood, you start reading books and getting advice from other mothers and trying to learn how to take care and love on your child or children. And if you're blessed with twins, right? So I recently did like this kind of survey thing about my love language, and one of my co-hosts, Ari, she did a showcase on her love language, and in doing so, I learned at least, that children also have a love language, and that you can begin to see their love language through how they communicate with you. So, first in reading it, I learned that depending on their age, it may be difficult to tell what their love language is. However, I began to basically do like a little experiment with my children to learn their love language, because I feel like children have a way of showing you how they want to be loved. So I have two children. I have Carter, who's 2, and Riley, who's 1. And for Carter is really a hugger. He's a cuddler. He wants to like be up under you. But that's not his love language. That's just something he likes to do, right? So his love language is imagination. So he wants you to indulge in imagination with him. So like, if he's playing toys and he like grabs 3 of his PJ Masks and he gives you one and he's like, here mommy, your owlette. And then he's like, PJ Masks, save the day. He wants you to indulge in that. If I give him 5 minutes, hey John, hey Jessica, we're talking about the love language of our children. And I'm saying, if I give Carter 5 minutes of playing with his action figures, he's good. Like, he is ecstatic. He's just like, and I'm learning more and more that is, if I give him just about 5 to 10 minutes of imagination, that he's satisfied for the day, and that he doesn't like, he's not overactive. He's not randomly crying, he's like, I had my time with mommy for the day, so now I'm good. Riley, on the other hand, her love language is to be able to touch you. Like, if she's playing with a toy, if she's able to touch you or be right next to you while she's playing with that toy, then she's good. She needs to be able to feel your presence. If she can't feel you around, then she feels like lost and like ecstatic, like, oh no. And I'm learning that I just have to give her my presence. And my husband is learning that as well. He always had the imagination thing about with Carter down. They play Batman. Hey, Jonathan. They play Batman. They play all type of superheroes and stuff. That's their thing. And they play wrestling, and he gives him those moments, and then boom, Carter is satisfied for the day. So I'm just doing this podcast to say, if you have children, Figure out what it is that they like to do and give them like 10, 15, 20 minutes of that a day, or and they will be satisfied and think you are the best parent in the world. And that is more than any book could give you. Just you paying attention to your child and learning your child versus getting advice from someone else, because that's what they did with their child. Your child and their child are different people, and they're not going to always react the same way to things. Like, I could buy Riley a toy and she'll be like ecstatic for 2 seconds and then forget about that toy. But I could purchase Carter something and he'll be super excited for days on end about that one purchase. Like, mommy, my gecko, for like days and days and days. Riley forgets about it 5 minutes after she's seen it in her hand. That's it. So what I wanted to express is that, versus being aggravated with your child because they're like hounding you, or trying to get your attention, figure out what you can do to get them to stop doing that versus just telling them, get out my face, leave me alone. Because I have had many a times where I'm like, Carter, just go. Like, just stop. Oh my God, Riley, why you all over me? Like, why are you all over me? Why are you right here, right now? I just want to relax. Like, mommy had a rough day. Can I have 10 minutes to myself? No. Even though I had a rough day, my children still expect to be loved on when I come in the house. So I learned to give Carter 10 minutes of mommy is owlet, and Riley, if she not already asleep already, because she has her own schedule. She don't wait for me. She don't wait up for me. But she will wake up early in the morning to see me. So when I see her and I give her 10 minutes of letting her just crawl all over me and be next to me and talk to me and call me Poppy. Like, I am not the troll Poppy. My hair is just big, girl. My hair is just big. I be trying to tell her. I mean, it's like exhilarating just to be able to satisfy them in that way. Like, I know when Carter was a baby, I just used to be like, I can't play with him because he's so like boring. He don't even move. But when he was a baby, all he required was like a 5-minute cuddle, and then he was good. It was like, okay, I got my mommy fixed for the day. I'm good. And when Riley was a baby, she was more so like, don't touch me, like, just let me chill. Like, just let me chill type kid. And I really liked that. I didn't know she was going to grow into wanting to be up under you. That's just crazy. I mean, it's interesting how they develop and how they mature at such a young age. Like, how they just change. And not even just how they grow, because it's amazing that one day you can see your child and they have like 3 teeth, and then the next day, 2 days later, they got 5, and you're like, oh my gosh, where'd those other 2 teeth come from? I'm so excited. So just giving your child that moment to just embrace having a moment with mommy or with daddy is what parenting is about. That's also a part of the joy of motherhood. Just knowing what to give your child. Because when you don't know what to give your child, you sometimes get frustrated with them. And when you don't know how to love on them, you sometimes get frustrated with them. And I can imagine that, or I had even experience, like with my father, he wasn't very like lovey-dovey or anything like that. Like, my father was the here's $5, go about your business daddy. Like, he wasn't telling you I love you every time he's seen you. Like, you could get half a hug out of him or whatever. So it was like, when I finally had kids, it was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? what do I do? Because I don't really, I mean, do I give them chocolate? Because my mama used to give us these Swiss cake rolls, and that used to be making my day. Swiss cake rolls was my day, baby. Yes, if my mama gave me a Swiss cake roll, I was set. You hear me? Set. But you can't give a 5-month-old a Swiss cake roll. So what do I do? How do I love on this child in the proper way? So I was really just like all over the place when it came to it. So I was excited that I had found out that Chilldren will show you how to love on them. They will show you what to do, and you just have to be able to pick up on that and do it. Don't feel like just because they're children, they don't have like a personality to show that to you, because my children have huge personalities. I'm talking about major personalities. And I was like, when I realized that I can't do the same thing with Carter that I do with Riley, and I can't do the same thing with Riley that I do with Carter, because it's like they live in the same house. Like, why don't they just adapt? But no, they are individuals that want to be loved on in different types of ways. And you can actually Google the love language of children, and actually it really starts at like 5. They'll tell you, like, when you do it, the child needs to be 5 to do the actual testing, so you can see what that child's love language is. But like I said, once you read on it, you realize the different ways to notice your child's love language. So I really loved it. Was a good read. It was a very good read. And I am definitely saying that as parents, you should definitely indulge in your child. So that was a really good read. There's another book, I think it's like Parenting 101. That book is like, oh my gosh, it will have you pulling out your hair, because it gives you such it's not even hands-on. It's not even hands-on. It's so like vague, and that book does not prepare you for what parenting really is, okay? Your child is what and who is going to prepare you for what parenting really is, because that child is going to give you a run for your money, and you better be ready to spend it. You hear me? Definitely. So, in a nutshell, this was just to give you a little insight on how to really get in tune with your child. Again, you can Google the love language of children, and it'll bring up the 5 love languages, so you can see your own. And then in the paragraphs, it'll give you the link to the children's one. And it's so exciting to know that your child will give you the knowledge you need to love them in the proper manner. And you don't have to guess, and you don't have to, you don't really have to guess. You just have to pay attention to your child. Like, your child will show you the things that they like to do with you, and then they'll show you how in doing that thing that they're satisfied, and you don't have to run around after them all day. You don't have to be up underneath them all day. You will definitely feel satisfied knowing that you spent that 15 minutes with your child, and now they are good. They are good. And then maybe 3 hours later, they'll require another 15 minutes. But it's like, as long as you give them what they are requiring, then you're going to be able to get what you need in return. Because say you need to rest, but your child is like all over you and hype and like, oh, just so excited to see you. Just give them that 15 minutes of your love and of your care in the manner that they need it, whether it be reading a book or watching a movie, or if it's playing in, you know, toys and getting into their imagination, or if it's outside riding a bike, or, you know, coloring, because that's one thing. My niece Lauren, she loves to color. So if I get her a coloring book and I buy her some crayons, we sitting there and we coloring for at least an hour, and she's satisfied. She's excited that I spent that time with her. And so, you know, and if you have older children that are like in their teens and stuff, you can just sit down and talk to them about what they like to do, and how you can, and find out how you can reward them with what they like to do, you know, and how that they can earn that. I don't yet have older children, so I'm not really prepared to talk about older children as yet, because older children make me nervous. I'm not even playing. But I do recommend talking to your older children. I have younger siblings that are kind of like older children, and I feel like, you know, in just talking to them, you get more of a feel of what they are requiring, because just because they're children, it doesn't mean they don't require a certain level of love, you know. I have nieces between the ages of 9 and 15, and, you know, just talking to them, I realized that children, like, the teenagers don't really require that much, they don't require that much hands-on annoyance, because you like, as parents, I guess we get annoying at a certain point. But they don't require that much. They just want you to acknowledge who they're becoming, versus seeing them as your little baby their whole lives. So that's another challenge in itself, because nobody wants their babies to grow up. Everybody wants their babies to stay babies. So, you know, when you get into the teenage aspect, that's Riley. I guess she's saying hi, guys. But when you get into the teenage aspect of it, I guess, you know, that's a whole other realm that I don't even know about yet. But when I get me a teenager, I'm definitely going to enforce this whole finding out what their love language is. And I'm definitely going to be like trying to impact them the way that they want to be loved, because I think as a child myself, I had hoped that my father would like show more love and give more hugs and stuff. But what my father did was what he knew of how to love, and that was simply like to make sure that I was stable, make sure I had a roof over my head, food, lights, water, clothes. That's what my father did. And it wasn't horrible at all, because I knew that was him making sure that we were good, and that I was, you know, able to just survive. And that was great. And my mom was more of the hugs and kisses type of mom, but it was so annoying. Oh my gosh, because she would like overdo it, like OD on hugs and kisses. And I'd be like, mommy, okay, enough. And she's like the more exciting mom who's like all over you and stuff, which was cute. It was cute for a few years. Then she just, it was like, oh my God. Don't let her come up to my high school and she's like, Nicole, how you doing? It's like, oh my gosh. Hey friends. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that you hear the yelling in the back. I'm gonna have to say something here. Hold on a moment. Lauren, get out the car. I'm coming upstairs. So that was my niece. She's like excited, and she just wants to be with me, and she doesn't know that I'm gonna stay with her, but I am gonna stay with her today. See, she just wants to be with her auntie. That's what she wants right now. So I'm gonna give that to her because she needs those moments to just be with me. And that's all that I'm saying. Children just, they will reach out to you, and you have to be willing to reach back. So today I knew it wasn't gonna be hi Haji. It wasn't going to be really long. I just wanted to touch bases with you guys and just show my face because I know I've been missing in this place. But that was something that was really on my mind, just how to love on your child, you know. So for all my ladies, the Cola T. Harris is an actress, model coach. And I'm going to start a series that's going to get you ready if you are trying to break into the world of actress modeling. I'm going to get working on that, and I will be back. If you guys have any questions or any what was I going to say? Oh, brain fart, not good. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any shows that you are preparing for, inbox me, let me know. And or auditions that you're trying to get prepared for, inbox me, let me know. We can touch bases on all of that at my next show. Keep tuned to the Curve page. Follow us on YouTube, the Curve Unplugged, and keep watching, guys. We love you.